Hey guys, how are you? Happy Halloween. Welcome in to another episode of the Daily Juice Podcast with me, Matt Perrault, at Sports Talk Matt. To follow me across all of my socials. And this podcast being brought to you by Draftkings. You will hear the smoke detector chirping. We're not changing anything right now. 4-0 night last night. Can't change that. Got the chirping in the background. It's worked out so well. Can't change it. It's Halloween, for goodness sakes. Now, I was going to wear a whole getup. It's too good when the Yankees lose, and the Yankees lose like that. They're up 5-0. You don't cover first base. I mean, come on, this is too good. This is just, how much fun was that? It was so much fun. I'm not sure which win was more enjoyable as a Red Sox fan. Game 1 with a walk-off grand slam, or the Yankee fans making plans for Game 6 up 5-0 and then realizing, oh no, the game's not over. Aaron Judge can't catch. Our bullpen's not good. What are we going to do? We lose the game 7-6 and the season's over. Oh, sorry, Yankees. So that's good enough. I had to wear the Red Sox hat. I couldn't do anything else. I mean, it's too much fun. Since 2010, it's been a while. Red Sox have 2 championships, by the way, since 2010. Yankees have how many? Oh, right. They have none. Oops. Sorry. Congrats to the Dodgers, by the way. Way to go. Nice job. So, Halloween tonight at the top. Guys, look, you got to be careful tonight, okay? If you're driving around, be careful. A lot of kids wearing dark costumes, kids running around. They're all hyped up on candy. Be careful tonight, okay? Don't be stupid. Don't drive. If it's wet, leaves, rain, it's cold here in Vegas. Be careful out there, okay? Bundle up. Make sure the kiddos are safe and have a great and healthy and happy Halloween to everybody coming out here on the 31st of October. As I said last night, it was pretty fun. Jacksonville wins money line. Hopefully you sprinkled. You got 2 bets right with that. Team total Celtics. Well, that game looked like it was dead for a little while. And then the game, big rush at the end, goes to overtime. Boston loses the game by 3, but the team total goes over 119.5 easily. Al Horford, 4 rebounds, got that. Didn't get that number at all at 6.5. Mikal Bridges goes over 15.5 points pretty easily. So we wind up 4-0 with a 3-unit day. It's been a long time. You know, it's been a long time since I've had one of those because the number of people who DM me and sent me messages on Twitter and on the Discord channel. Thank you. I appreciate all you guys, the support. The attaboys were welcomed. I appreciate all of you for saying it because, yes, it's been a while since we had one of those. A nice 3-unit win day for us here, putting us up for the week quite a bit, and it's been a good week. So we were due. Let's close out October with a strong note. It's not going to make up for the month, but who knows? We won 3 units yesterday. Maybe we can win 3 units today. And then we make a little bit of a dent into what we lost for the month of October because we definitely will be down for the month of October. But we can end the month on a solid note here today. I've got a bunch of different plays. I got a couple of scary plays. I was looking for them and bets I wasn't like, oh boy, that's kind of scary, but let's bet it anyway. It's Halloween. It's spooky season. Why not have some fun with it here as we're going to watch sports, walk around with YouTube TV on our phones as our kids go trick-or-treating like we always do. This podcast being brought to you by Draftkings. You guys download the Draftkings Pick 6 app and use the code JUICE at sign-up. You play $5, you will get $50 instantly in Pick 6 credits for doing so. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org in Connecticut. 18 plus in most jurisdictions, but other age and eligibility restrictions may apply. Valid in only jurisdictions where DraftKings Pick 6 operates. Pick 6 not available everywhere, including but not limited to New York and California, Ontario. Void where prohibited. One new Pick 6 customer, $5 plus bet. First pick set to receive $50 and $50 issued as non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 30 days. For more terms, go to pick6.draftkings.com/promos. All right, let's begin tonight in the NFL. The Texans are dogs. They're catching 2 points to the Jets. Somebody explained this one to me, but okay, fine. Houston is without Nico Collins. Houston without Stephon Diggs. A lot of injuries. Big Tank Dell Day potentially. But the Jets offense is a mess. It's a mess. I think this Houston defense can give their offense short fields. I think some players can step up here and be given opportunities to be contributors here tonight for the Houston Texans. Houston's 3-4-1 against the number. They're 2-2 on the road against the number. The Jets are 2-6 straight up and 2-6 against the number. They haven't covered 5 straight games. 5 straight losses against the number for the New York Jets, including 5 straight losses overall for the New York Jets. They are 1-2 against the number at home. They were favored against the Jets, the Steelers, and the Denver Broncos. They lost all 3 games outright. They were dogs to the Vikings and dogs to the Buffalo Bills. They lost both those games outright. On the flip side, the Texans just went and beat the Colts at home. They laid 5. They won by 3. They went to Green Bay as 3-point dogs. They lost by 2. They pounded the Patriots on the road, winning by 20. Beat the Bills as 1-point favorites. They won that game by 3. They've won 4 of their last 5 football games. The Texans have been winning games, just not covering games. Texans are 6-2 on the year, 2-6 against the Jets. You're going to have to explain to me why the hell the Texans are dogs here. But in case I don't know what I'm talking about, and in case I'm a little bit lost, we're going right back to what we've hit consistently in primetime. I think my number is 6-4. I think that's right for primetime teasers. Laying 120, okay? 6-4, maybe 7-4. I'm not positive on that. I have to go check that out, but somewhere in that range. I know we're profitable here for same game teasers in primetime. Let's get right to it. And you can say, which direction are you going? I'm pulling it down and going over. Why? Just because we've seen the offense has been so dramatic lately on these primetime games. Offense, 36. You pull it down to 36 from 42 down to 36. We go over. Texans +8, over 36. If the Jets win, they're not winning by more than a touchdown, I don't believe, here up against this Texans team. And I think the game has a good shot of going over simply because we've seen the Texans on the road 2-2 to the over. Jets are 1-2 2-1 to the under at home, but they've gone over 3 straight games. The Jets have 41, 40.5, and 42. The totals of those games going over by 6, 11.5, and 1. One of the last 3 games have gone over on the road against the Patriots. It was 39.5. Texans scored 41 points. Texans have scored 22 and 23 points the last 2 weeks. But if they score 23 points here in this game, I mean, again, I don't think the Jets get shut out. I don't think the Jets get totally shut down. A really good shot, 23-20, that type of final, and we're going over. I mean, 36 is so low for an NFL football game, even on a Thursday, I think is so low. 1.2 units, we're going with the Texans, +8 and over 36 for 1.2 units. Now, one player prop I like in this game. The Jets have only given up 1 rusher over 81.5 yards all year at home. Jets defense is tough. Jets defense, they're really a stingy defense. At home this year, the New York Jets have been pretty good defensively. Overall, they're only giving up 286.9 yards per game. Now, I know a lot of that was with Robert Saleh, but they still have a lot of talent on defense. That's top 5 in the NFL. For rushing, they only give up 125 yards per game. That's top 20 in the NFL. And I know Joe Mixon's been tremendous running the football, but I think given the fact that the Jets know that Diggs is out and Nico Collins is out, that running the football is going to be a massive factor. I think the Jets stop the run first and foremost and take Joe Mixon out of the running attack. 81.5 is a pretty high number here. I know he's hit this consistently over the last 5 games. Mixon's been great. Again, this is our first of the scary bets on this Halloween. Scary to go with a guy who's been this hot running the football and bet his under prop. I'm doing it. I'm betting under. We're going under Joe Mixon, under 81.5 yards rushing at -110 for 0.55 units on this. Mixon under his rushing yardage at 81.5 yards at -110. Bet number 3, we go to college football where we've been hot this week in these smaller conference games. Tulane's at Charlotte. Number is 14.5. Total is 57 at the moment. Tulane's offense is averaging 39 points per game. Charlotte's defense is giving up 35.4 points per game. That's out to the top 100 here. Not good. Tulane's rushing yards, 4.9 yards per attempt, top 40. 5.2 yards per rush for Charlotte. That's 115th. Yards per pass play for Tulane, 9.1 yards per pass play. That's top 10 in the country. Charlotte's defense, 7.8 yards per pass play given up. That's 89th in the country. Look it, you can talk about betting this game as an over, but Tulane has to do all the lifting. Charlotte's not going to do much of it, okay? Tulane is 4-0 to the over on the road this year. Why? Because on the road, they've scored 45, 71, 41, and 19. They lost to Oklahoma, but the game went over because Oklahoma scored 34 points on them. But when they're not playing teams like Kansas State and Oklahoma, they're scoring, and they're scoring a ton of points. I don't trust Charlotte here. Charlotte is at home is 2-1. Last 3 games have gone over. 6 of the last 7 have gone over. But at home against East Carolina, they scored 55 points, gave up 24. At home against Gardner-Webb, they scored 27, gave up 26. At home against James Madison, they got crushed 30-7. That could be the score here tonight. Not 30, but that's the idea. Like 7 points. I lean towards the under. I don't think Charlotte scores. Just in case I'm right and Charlotte doesn't score, I don't want to bet the over in this game because I think under 57 could be in play because Tulane might win the game 40-7. Rather play the Tulane team total and just know that Tulane's going to score and not worry about what Charlotte does and then not worry about a 15-point spread either. Now, if Charlotte covers, this game is going to go over, okay? And you say, Matt, I just want to lay the points. But I'd rather take Tulane and be safe like we did with the Celtics last night. Tulane team total, over 35.5 points. They're averaging 39. Get their average, and we're good. Minus 115 on that. 1.5 units down on that. Again, that could be a little bit scary, just given the fact that what we're looking at from a team total perspective, basically got to get to 38, 39, 40 points. Not easy to do that sometimes. Just the math is a little weird. 31 plus 3 is 34. So 31 plus 2 is 38. So you need 38 points, basically. Hard to get over 36. So it's a little more complicated to get over 34. That's why I line 35.5 books. I don't really care about that. 33, over 33.5 is extremely expensive. Even over 34.5 is extremely expensive, like minus 175. So we're going to go over 35.5 at minus 115 here for 1.15 units. And finally, to the NHL. Scary time. Edmonton, no gift. Nashville is only going to a gift 3 out of their 8 games so far. Gift, goal in the first 10 minutes. These two teams already played this season. They scored 2 goals in the first period, but both goals were scored after the 10-minute mark. We have number 1 goaltenders being projected here in Picard and Saros. Nashville at home is a team that likes to play to the under. Tough to score on them, but it is Edmonton. And even though they won't have Connor McDavid, it is a team that tends to play a little bit on the wide open side of things. Edmonton on this year, 4-5 to a first period gift. So they've been just a little bit under what they normally do. So it's not like this is a runaway here where automatically we're going to jump in and be like, yeah, this is going to be a gift. Could be scary. Could be kind of, a white knuckle ride. That's where we're only going to play a half a unit down. It's plus money on it, plus 124. Again, a little bit of a scarier bet here on Halloween. No goal in the first 10 minutes for Edmonton and Nashville at plus 124 for a half of unit. Okay, so plays for today. Same game teaser in prime time for the NFL game. We're going to jump in here with Texans plus 8. Tees with over 36 for 1.2 units. Joe Mixon in that game under 81.5 yards rushing for 0.55 units to win a half a unit. Tulane team total over 35.5 at minus 115 for 1.15 units. And a no goal in the first 10 minutes for Edmonton and Nashville at plus 124 for a half a unit. And yes, those last 3 bets are all pretty scary. The same game teaser is not that scary. I think I like that play a lot. Be surprised if we missed on that. But the other 3, could be a little bit complicated, could be a little bit difficult, but it is a Thursday. Let's continue the good week going here. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me across all of my socials at Sports Talk Matt. Every morning, it's the Daily Juice Podcast presented by DraftKings.